beginning, middle, and last paragraph. So understanding paragraph. Do you know what paragraph is, Tarini? They are short sentences with, a bigger flow. And then again, they are talking about the same thing again and again, but they are not repeating the topic. Okay. So it's like a paragraph is an individual statement of writing that discusses a central idea, typically with more than one sentence. Okay. But it doesn't repeat the topic. It just explains that. So paragraph parts, you have topic, sentence, development and support, and conclusion. Conclusion can also be the transition to other paragraph. Okay. So, every time when we write a story or anything, we always have these three parts. The first, development and support. What do you want to say? What are the problems? What are the solutions? And conclusion. You have to do it in small paragraphs as well and full picture as well, like the whole thesis as well. Topic, sentence, also known as the paragraph leader, because they are the catchy ones. Act as the body of the paragraph, elaborate and explain the idea with details. That is development and support sentence. And then the conclusion. It wraps up the ideas or transition to the next paragraph. So what do you do in the first paragraph? Give background information of the topic. Okay, include the thesis statement, which states the main idea. So again, it is more about first paragraph. What do you mean by first paragraph? What information do you get generally in first paragraph? Yeah, so again, whenever there is a book, they always start with the background of it. The first paragraph is the very basic idea of anything, right? Same happens with your research. You are starting with the basic idea that what people should know, what beginners should learn about. Then slowly and gradually, every paragraph gives more and more information. It may also mention the main point of each of the body paragraphs. So what you will learn further, that it can provide. Okay, second paragraph begin with a topic sentence that states the main point of the paragraph. Relates to the thesis statement. Again, you are talking about it, but paragraph may end with a transition again. So first paragraph you have written, and mostly in the paragraphs you will see the transition. Conclusion you will not see easily. Started with something, next. For example, if I talk about I don't have any common ground with you, I feel sometimes. But yeah, I can, I guess, relate with the new economic policy of 1991, maybe. So if you are going to explain that, first you will go with the background of the 1990, why we needed it, because it was the economic crisis. Yeah, right. And then how Rajiv Gandhi made that, it came into existence, who was the leader to get that policy, what happened with that policy, what came in that, for like globalization, privatization, and capitalization, right? And then how these affected India, right? And then comparison between that time and this time, maybe. What was the economic growth then? What is now? That is somehow making paragraphs make sense there. Transition is there. You are not going to conclude anything. Maybe you conclude chapters, but not the whole thing, right? So again, paragraphs, and then again, third paragraph. Again, if you are just giving one page thing, okay, it can echo the thesis statement, but does not repeat it. So you are not going to say it again and again. You are just going to repeat some of the words or the main idea, but not word to word, just talking about that idea. So if I'm talking about the new economic policy, in the first paragraph, I might talk about privatization, how it affected the people, right? But I'm not going to talk about, again, new economic policy. So echoes the thesis statement, poses a question for the future, suggests some actions to be taken, warns and consequences, includes a detail, for example, from the introduction, ends with a strong statement. So again, depending how long your article is, what your third paragraph is doing, it can have 6 paragraphs too. So you can take care of it. Now there are types of paragraphs. There can be expository paragraph, which is only explaining some of the topic. Like in essays, what we do, we just, let's suppose if in essay, if my topic is, some of the people believe that globalization is great, but others says it has impacted their culture in negative way. So in an essay, what will I do? I'll just talk about the negatives and positive of that, right? So that is expository, right? Persuasive, here you have your opinion that you have decided that globalization has impacted us in a negative way. Here you will talk about the arguments and the counter arguments. Narrative, when you are just talking about something in a storytelling way, giving scenarios to the people and what actions are happening. Descriptive, again, narrative and descriptive are interconnected. Here, the third person point of view is running. In descriptive, the writing of the narrative is descriptive. You have to describe everything that people can understand. So they are interconnected. For example, if I'm saying or writing something like there was a girl, she was tall and her legs were like noodles. Her hair were flashy and black and all like a tree. So you start imagining, but this is the narrative way I'm telling. I'm describing in a narrative way. So these are the two ways to write things. Okay, and that's it. They are the last part. These are 4 main types of writing that you will come across always. Writing styles, these are. But then there are so many tones. There can be formal, informal, conversational, worried, optimistic, collaborative, many kind of tones are there. Okay.